Well, and you could see and feel the joy in our hands of flicking him, isn't it? Time and Robert Lewandowski essay penalty, now to the last goal, a buyer which made the game 3-1. And the kind of joy and our hands of flicking him, it paints the right picture of the game to you. And Barca, 37 points as at now. Real Madrid, 33 points. Pending Madrid game, Ebeko. So, of course, we'll have a conversation on that. Barcelona, Asher 3. Atletico Madrid, Asher Bako. And then we are here unique because Biggie, it's your lie. There were discussions. But before, Membonia, many be tougher kakramau. Then we could be going off to a conversation also. And so Eddie, I'm just why I enjoy game and your Manchester City game and your Chelsea. Sorry, and your Barcelona and your Manchester City. There are lots of things to discuss. We are doing Chelsea, we are doing even other things. You can Eddie Amau. And then for instance, we also monitor what was happening at Fulham Stadium, Manchester City. You can imagine us at 54th minute. Now Manchester City leading by 5-1. Me pacho wuti niye me nka wondro. City were leading by 5-1 as at even 54th minute because goal na Jerry Doku share omo kan say nkofo Sander Berge and Ashe Ongo. It was like 5-1. Haaland has scored, Tiani Rendes had scored, Phil Foden has 2. And the City were leading by 5-1 as at 54th minute. Ladies and gentlemen, 78 minutes in the game now Daniel Baba 5-4. And the Chukwueze Baye obebo brilliant football. Into City nyamnya dom and the J City and Nesen Kenya sa and cast some case yes. Because you can imagine say we lead by 5-1 as a 54th minute. Now what? Now when you Baba go as say unacceptable. Eka kete Fulham for taker Bakubi Josko Vardiol and the Koyi Bonnie free line so just say City team they went off Nini Najina Pep Guardiola so say substitution on Koye City fans now are not happy. Savinho Ebemu Ebe Jeremy Doku and John Stones Ebe Nico Gonzalez and when a City team ni bubuye na sa Savinho guy City should find way to ship him on Yadi. And so you can imagine, Fulham 40 Asha 4 and Kusiaga. Premiership no. See this attached to it, they makes it 4 times per NAC or Premiership no more. Nottingham in 94, sorry, Norwich 94. Omane Southampton 5-4, no it's 5-4 when winning. Tottenham 2004. Otifie Eshe 4, Arsenal Beshen 5. And also we win Newcastle so sorry. Norwich so Liverpool for the same thing. And a City I Fulham. It's 5-4 normally. The Otifie Yana Emfa. But let me take you back to Camp Nou again. Barca. A lot of complaints from Atletico Madrid. A lot of them. And they want here. And no, and a big generated conversation. But we say Atletico Madrid are not happy. One almost cited say Juan Garcia APA. Na ball no a ball in sa goalkeeper so pin a ball ne ball sa. Yen yina yen consequences na but va anka ho hwe. De toso bio almost say almost ball through pass Eddie Guillermo Simeone. Or kwashe Gerard Martin ejino to form refi anka ho hwe. And also so they are not happy. Into Ricardo Di Borgos pressure abano so brutal. But beyond the controversies, and there a lot of positive things in our ACC. My last video, I made mention of the fact to say, let's go Madrid for ni tifia na omo bobola. They be if I me season way, let's go Madrid for no. every single game omo dey share first goal make can say some natural and I'm catch us omo the first goal no omo share sa and Barcelona so concede a lot inti and pampa Atletico Madrid for the share first goal. Of course it is the usual high line and Alex buying a BT sa high line, you know. And I'm saying usual because they say Ababaye a pattern and norm says if you're going to take advantage of Barcelona, that is what you do. Of course, you watch the high line very well. Make sure so we beat the high line. Once you beat the high line, you are good to go. And I'm saying it's a norm because they say Sana Akwakoye. And I'll beat the high line. Come. And once we beat the high line, so that the rest is history. Because Pau Kubasi and a playing onside. And now, then again, there was, in fact, should I even talk about the Rafinha goal? Okay, see, Rafinha goal, no question me woman say, it's gonna be a highlight to so wow. Who game no one can say, Pedri pass out this show what they ma Rafinha no in your pass to get what. And where Rafinha started game from the left to, she may be Uraya, Beshe, or J pass now, or Kochi goalkeeper Bobo and Shea. The pass was excellent, Rafinha solid. And again, Barcelona started to say, Omu back game, the man Atletico for Omu. Barcelona had a penalty, and you expected Robert Lewandowski to at least to do the justice to it, but unfortunately, I come born in the affair. Say born in Landius. Say you. I said, but after that, controversies be very see. But come to think of it, I think that Dani Olmo's goal was good. Barcelona no, Olmo drew. Sa final third wa na Rafinha Bobo Nibia. He understands the game very well. Or no, Rafinha, Dani Olmo, Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski. Sa short passes no. It confuses you. Dani Olmo bo ne beto ana. On also then left Bobo ne say. Unfortunately, or she go ni we no. Na na beti enwan. Into Dani Olmo grano. Your next video, you're trying what will happen to him. Then we'll have a conversation about that also. Let's go for the best say chances. Thiago Almada Pagubi pa Cheche Wachia Quaco saying. Of course, Barcelona also had some openings. I remember they have Rafinha own. Oh, by Bepona Antoine Griezmann, so Bakubi Charlie chances they back game with the mobile. Because we are preparing a top class, top-notch analysis about this game, maybe in our next video. But the most important thing is say, Barca keeping a record against Diego Simeone. We're keeping a record against Atletico Madrid. Barcelona, it is good. What I say, I think the results, and so a good area Barcelona now. Say all eyes on Real Madrid. Open you be fine here.
Nyame adom be come pa.
Ghana for fail pa dancing. No movies say big or him big or him big or him. Oh big dear. The question me woman say yana no call ye ko gia ware edma big weekend no. Na e was say juada ne big kodasi because honeymoon be the wo be wonim say big dear. Ono nipa kro no inti honeymoon baby what you say inti no na was say big your man days big kakra what you say he say betimi aka because enkane no ya announce wa hwe ni ya ochine bi na postifo ne man no ntokwa intimi so ano inti yakwa aba congratulations
yo kan na me ma sem na okay ana big fufuro bi
wow congratulations we are coffee the girl where the pictures better so.
Na ayi so yama congratulations. Gogu. Me ma contact that form na me ko ye yi ro.
O kan bo mu ye ni nyina. Sa and who you no sad e kata so.
Me nware mo we shame me nware ai. Ndi wa ni jime ho no me nware.
Biggie.
Gogu.
Because I must say we lie.
Nka we ya say no but say me wa hanti no.
Wa clear ho.
Man.
Won worry.
Me worry.
O da hokwa.
I'm a single.
Hey Biggie.
Kwaku.
We are ready to mingle now.
Oh, me a single.
So we are ready.
Some are ready, it depending.
It depends on the background.
I say we on my own ready about to be show be dim common here. Oh, me a single. I'm not married.
Bianca, I said, oh yes, okay, ma'am, just biggie. Akwaba.
Yeah, yeah.
Me buy suna coffee mu essay in Yama we ye or hopa, but we didn't share any juma.
Mosumo Kobi.
Huh?
Mosumo Tiachina more cancer.
Almost say in Yama we ye pa, but Yamias. I'm on for a few pa, biggie back. Biggie back. Yeah, Monkomo. Fellow Mendy, Biggie. And a Madrid 4-year training, just so you know, fellow Mendy was sans we could prabio. But we asked them, so be near Yenwa, Mr. Momoano, why? Fellow Mendy, Alaba, Dean House, and Danny Cabay. I think I've not seen them train. Say, fellow Mendy, injured. Real Madrid for the statements by say after the test carried out today on our player, fellow Mendy, by the Real Madrid medical department. He has been diagnosed with a muscle injury in the biceps of his right leg, pending evolution. Nature said, Nyamia Domo against Atletico Bilbao, Omobo Nibi, Manchester City, Omobo Nibi, Alaves, Omobo Nibi. Yes, Sevilla, Diano, a year 50-50. Until we are back again to Fellow Mendy in Sembibre. And then Real Madrid players in the Ebera training grounds, supporters be at the banner, Akobo training grounds in the enim. Biggie, we have banner boa. Almost say team help Xabi Alonso. I'm say team players no almost remo. Momwa Xabi Alonso kakra enfa maye e pamo chow. Momwa Xabi Alonso. We enkra anasa as some supporters no eka e the actual players no nyina say some boy Xabi Alonso. And the Xabi Alonso bet na press conference na so. Instant bebre about instant some way see our club with mo on say pressure our Xabi Alonso so. B
Kwagu
start ya memfa ne press conference ni shemu ana so de beka fellow Mendy insem na memfa press conference ni shemu na me brother stories so.
Kwagu a hammer the map player friend is a fellow Mendy. Honestly speaking, I'll never wish say player being pra. There be injury there. A footballer. A idea of time for companies or wish mano because Najumo Yedidi and a football. The Kobase will prepare. Was sign contract professionally. I had then our plan for Yaneka. But we shouldn't forget say we okay. A twat was so at the end of the day, team need the option be as a Omobeja Kwamo Konoma penny for Fraba. Obetimi fit no available. No betimi see a kind of momo. Intimate sure say the town from Puba wishing is umpra. Yeah. But the how many man yemi say this is a player at Real Madrid Bobo Kunimo. Onye mainstay and Xabi Alonso. Unfortunately for him. A Prakroya inti Xabi Alonso buy now person you see the Club World Cup as a case study to monitor certain players' performance. Justify your inclusion. Now our modern mobile son and you know. You run the season proper more opportunity. I'm watching Real Madrid. Now what's your kind of Madrid Bobo Kono? Now player a friend is a fellow Mendy. Coaching in your Konya shadow. Xabi Alonso outside Real Madrid, working for Bayer Leverkusen, seeing or watching Real Madrid players, is different from say what we team now. If we players some more opportunity, and the player no are not available because of injuries. And non concordance. Frank Garcia was available. Obo Club World Cup nibi. The more money so any. In the season neighbor be chance no. Say na nya fela man di pra na we pra. E bia na nka Roma Madrid mpani fo mpoti ase mo mo ton player na di free team nim. Because coach ne kan. Say on person be keep 3 left backs. Yeah. And it's a Carreras wo ho. Na Frank Garcia wo ho. Ah Frank Garcia abo ama na hu. Obviously nipa no be number 1 and I said the first choice or first option Carreras. It's between Fela Mendy and Frank Garcia. No, be more opportunity. No, one pick back or Eddie Carreras. But this answer na Mendy a pregnant in one. No, automatically, a come Frank Garcia. Now he gets the opportunity because Obaba be fit. Obey fit no be consistent. No abo. Eddie proving what the actual coach no. After say a close transfer window, now young Tom a hormone of plan to swash us, yes, album. And we shouldn't forget, because the player in question, 30 years old. Ubenya Cristiano Ronaldo moi, Omumfie ni kwani mu bebre. Lionel Messi, Zlatan Ibrahimovic at a point. But a few players and they are active. A bonny year to say Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi after 30 years.
Yeah.
It's a lot of these elite clubs in Europe. Player who do more than 30 at a point, Chelsea, for example, no more 2 years contract extension. Every year be a 1 year. Every year be a 1 year. Sa utimi bo ani e be account e the amount. It's the player ni a player. What's seen in penny blame when it comes to football? And a brand so air saying Hano. It's Real Madrid when it gets to that stage, and when here be here some will keep you because already on your starter on the pecking order number 3. And Frank Garcia no that 2 nimpono onya bi mo.
What kind of some Nansenya follow Mendy nyabo ni bi boy no. Jabi Alonso interview bia. I was listening to Jabi Alonso come on now cannot say or you impressed with follow Mendy training any boy now no obe boy you know.
Yeah.
And I say he has seen something he not seen. Say boy no say defensively. Or impressed in the year pa.
One of the defensively.
Exactly. So I say, in fact, the word he used was that he gives you security at the back. This is what the coach is saying. To make can they talk what some now can say not on Jinindi.
Yeah.
But now say about any training and coach no Tom say or no or a surprise because or say follow men the quality no he gives you security at the back. Not just say now coach you know now dream as that say about him
due to the performance.
Exactly. Anka. And ye prayer. Ebia anka opportunities ni be follow more.
Say anka oya consistent. Ebia yembo season ni no. Na Frank Garcia slot no wababa beje. Because Jabi Alonso paying bebre. So about the 3-back system. Or prefers to be to Canares as the left centre back.
No correct.
Into the only the left wing back position probably or possibly another left back. And another left back no. Pedioka and the far after the first game, out free injury by and clearly. Actually, say or to say yeah, coach in the better time and Abobi.
Yeah.
And Madrid defense no centrally. Kwaku injuries and the problem say how mo until the last time. Or you see Canada simple as a centre back. It is the injuries in the way you say yeah. No, but falling will be for the left back position. The worker found when they said they will see a shot, you do more than see then Obama. But in this instance, say what prayer. And yet then why available for selection?
Awesome.
It's a baby ask you know. Never be affected. What chances say Roma with Bobo Kuno. And I know the money me yadema fella Mendy. Kwaku number 2, supporters in the banner no my idea kwako boho. Say players ne more coach no. Am I am fanatra.
Sir.
Yes.
Kwaku,
I am saying this because Nancy Ayawaha. And I'll go for a story the brain say Real Madrid senior figures in Libi. When it comes to the playing body, senior players in Libi. They peeved with the coach because almost during Carlo Ancelotti time. There were times some about big games we are not some about games we are. Days somebody recovery training session. And you're mandatory.
Yeah.
And to be a big player. A binum to be too quiet from Omu base ko Ibiza.
24 hours.
No matter what Germany. No matter science or back. It's only that day of at the year the Omu Pebia. Meboa. But under Zabi Alonso, Omu Nyasa no. It is senior players they what team nibi.
Yeah.
I shall see a complaint on Mubofu coach.
No correct.
And only number 1. Number 2. Almost say a complaint, say coach and the long video sessions.
No correct.
Almost feel say we are big boys. Yenimbo on a bodada. It's in your final idea about and I say now 1 hour, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours. After say I training and I say yeah, kwako ye training no. O say actually a near my videos of your previous games. It's video sessions no more yen. And what too much at the more move players no. And then Ancelotti and also players the both who complaining.
Asimo.
Only Vinicius problem only Federico Valverde benya omo de me right back, me permit food. But under Carlo Ancelotti, this same Federico Valverde played the right back position and never complained. But under Xabi Alonso all complaining. And when we talk about the senior figures in the team, Kwaku, with no disrespect to any other player, Team will be a senior figures in the kita team no.
True.
They can make and unmake a coach. Because in Kwarane we team no. Sa senior figures no. Most of them are idols. Ono sebio ebia otekasti anim. And also we team bimu, team ketua bimu. Any akofande about Real Madrid. Ono looking up to ebia Federico Valverde.
Yeah.
Ebia Kylian Mbappe, ebia Jude Bellingham, ebia Vinicius. And san wababa be share no Real Madrid bobo ko nimu. A troop and crofwa. Players, footballers are respect your mobile pa e your senior players. It's only senior player ni nyano. Indirectly, when you acquire nyana unim.
That's a fact.
Yes. And for the supporters in Spain, ebeya bana, edi abebo Madrid training grounds. Say yes, more coach no. What could you think the supporters didn't take him?
Omati
Bibia who be.
They are close to the team.
Yes.
Madrid supporters, supporters. Omo ben team. Especially these are people they are always at the training grounds.
Yes.
They be
Omo.
and almost high now for with the players.
With the players.
So winning the
Some of these supporters are big men.
Yeah.
And only players in the level. It be no
Yeah.
more supportive.
Yeah.
Any other just like people do for our local team football players. No. It's the supporters in the one summer or match.
As some working, Jabi Alonso say team ni benya ebeye consistent or say we need unity to be more consistent in the game. Coaching us some work on.
Why is he talking about unity? Because there is no unity in the Madrid.
Na say onwaka so admit it. Na say so link it to banana at boho no. Or say omu yanka bom coach na ka say no mutom. We need unity to be consistent.
Yes. It's any banana no. Can't say that is what I'm saying, sir. My fast tra. And yet the supporters know what they've heard.
Yeah.
And nuntina mo makwa yes abana na dia ba be bo. Yet they say you. Me say Andre Villas Boas. Who even convince me am say na Roberto Di Matteo a better coach. HM Villas Boas da.
Oh, David. Never has also.
Coach Anwaji Europa Cup.
Yeah.
Ni akofana ba Chelsea.
Yeah.
Name only senior figures falling out no. Players name make sure some of yes.
And then say actors. Exactly. No matter
how
yeah.
Without the players,
yeah.
And
it's quite obvious. They said in the beginning of the season, when everything was all going on, we said the boys need to press it. Now say I won't with team no more. But recent times, says press na sanso abafom ma observe na say say na Madrid for a start season not the Spanish La Liga on the top team press pa no but the last 4 or 5 games ba na ebafom kakran
coach no kwaku ne me wasa na me mfa me hu nhyem na me nkobo ma wo
now say if this conversation place it right and it's a Jabi Alonso no Mas Madrid sounds like Asamba and I know against Olympiacos before the game.
Yeah.
Players be had say coach ne Asia players but we show mambo. We fair players too. No Asia.
Yes.
That was before the Olympiacos game. And after the Olympiacos game, yes anajono or sounds to be individual players. Till before and after. There's an saying in Vinicius Junior in some buyer I will say Jabi Alonso ankwa ono so ebe free club we fit ono Jabi Alonso is trying to solve the problems behind the scenes by meeting players, meeting people. Not just say at least he's trying. On one side we say players no amwana enye
wo hu se bibi wo ho eno ntina na no so be kaya me ka che wo say ade na ekoso no Fiorentino Perez entimi solve just a parties na involved no egitum wo makomam
no kre
se enya hwede asibia ye de che na yakomam ayeden esia kan dia maboboku no Xabi Alonso realizing that it taking the necessary steps but now what is the guarantee say mrantia na ono omunya asem ne nso de beche
oh sisi de obi an fa na komam from na yemwa
sa necessary nkeye nemum ebeye sa individual difference kwaku said ye me no si hu ade no enye sa na obi ahu no Ebia yem bimpo and come in traces Zabi Alonso be frame and son of the ache. Ebia ye wa and go on traces Zabi Alonso frame and son of the ache. But there are players after what friend a chimpono still on fan check. Because of you said the wire no. And so we be tuaka. Mimi ni mobi also we na de no anyo obi antuaka na kra won tono.
Hey,
Yes. Oba.
and a big akopanicho.
Menya ne hwe.
Nene no cancer some nature. I said,
Oni edi nkomo na be.
who could you no cancer some nature?
Oh, Debbie. Ni edi nkomo na be.
Hey,
I'm catching the same.
your bad this uncommon.
Oh yeah, see.
I'm an catch or say, we are not there on fan shoulder.
So no ye na de no anyo
In
obi.
the sound any dating who could cheat in or chewe. On to be cheaty.
Se wan chitim po no so be ye wade fufuru bi am na.
Eh, that's any other idea be good aduani weku. Hey!
Ana me catch any say se wan sesa na ware be ko akiri pa.
Mami hu ni na man kofa na akwemu.
So Goku, the America they have seen there are people like that.
Yeah, you're right.
So they are sembeche pa. Ebe ye ding.
Well,
Anyway,
anyway, let's
Zabi
move on.
Alonso enter as much as possible. No one na
Yeah. Yeah. Or you behind the scenes.
yes.
Pa.
Onye bi nka ho. Na players na ntutu mbi o
No, Ankasa, so no say because he's been in a dressing room and stars.
Yes.
He knows how they dealt with coaches.
O de onye hwe kra na ye hu so abo Liverpool abo Real Madrid.
And is a buy munching.
Yes.
Politics been any buy munching. Or I say, oh, but idea about quite or no, so players I do which really say, coach way, not on my freedom. Now, what banner all of a sudden. Also, almost and then the other mafia too.
You have to convince them in a way.
Say, ubeti cracker say, oh, ebia, your ball game we are muting ye the mope, but would man to be a memo my bako. But oh, banner say, me chomu cradia. And in the end, and they are not a star big crank.
Players in the field say, that's what disrespect.
Exactly.
And they feel like yeah, big boys. Born in Bo. So what you say? Oh, the other say, oh, yeah, fire go park and so yeah, Bobo.
Yeah, I beat me.
And they say, oh, yeah, chinny baby. Yeah, better also born here near Bomber.
No, Chris, you are right. I will say, I want emotional
or
rectify.
You have to find a way to manage the players.
Well,
and manage the situation.
A journalist asked me,
at the end of the day, say, OJ Champions League, OJ the players not GBO. But once you coach in a boy elevate to status.
Of course. Well, someone asked him, say, is your job on the line tomorrow? And I'll say, I spoke with Florentino Perez again, and he was in good spirits. Well, let's move on. Look, Shaw. Look, Shaw. And now you catch us about 300 games at the Manchester United, and there, Ujafu, making training grounds one year. Legend. She says, look, Shaw, the moon to me, Cassonia legend, and it Musa will be Castle Look Shaw, legend, I mean, legend.
So I'm watching.
Hey, Biggie, Debbie. Oh, you legend, Mr.
Hey, born wa bache de no ya.
Oh, Biggie, legend no kasa no Mr.
And I'm say wa bache. Na bache ne kura mpo no apache wa nkota. E na born ankasa ye kota. Oti wiche mu sa, uche mu fo a watena wiche mu 3. E na one penalty abobo ama Manchester United. It look sure Kwaku legend is saying for the sake of longevity. Oh, look sure why are there what na check name on mobile papa be ama Manchester.
Okay. Me back can somebody at your Kevin Cottage from the sky. Who is saying? Obium kakre. I say I think you've zoomed it too much. It's beautiful. It's nice. It's nice. Anyway,
maybe
nice. We will be boss shots now. Both will bet me about to soon move. Wait me.
Unya goalkeeper Robert Green. So na World Cup no team bobo na ko bo camera na bo.
Robert Green. England ya bro, Rob Green. Mariska say. Boy say Caicedo no. only what Chelsea bebo games no. Biggie, coach na say owo options be brave. No, bet me am ba could be cry be surprise ye. If say why no bet me also bet me am. Josh Champon. Oh, neso or say Rich James. Also Josh Champon a right back. And say utimi bo center back or bobo ni ye.
Yeah.
Rich James profile nebia. Because Rich James wabo center back pay. That is when I Chelsea bought 3 back. Okay, no bo center back for maybe. And as he say, Oba say DM or say Josh Champon sukuta sa qualities na obetimi ama Josh and so abo. So options baby or say Andre Santos ready. Obetimi asan so abo. And I say Chelsea are better with Cole Palmer, where say Caicedo, Levi Colwill. But send you must see Cole Palmer without him, or more born normal. You'll find ways to play without Moise Caicedo. But options there, or will be three. I'll beat me abo.
Kwaku, Chelsea team there, in all honesty, positions are Chelsea lacking. Midfield and count.
And I say you're linking Chelsea to midfielders power.
And anytime I hear that, I get surprised. Yes, Kwaku, because maybe a Chelsea being you be competent enough to come and support the left back position. The player they brought in to come and deputize with a little opportunity when you're on Chile. So bet me about Bonnie. It is a Chelsea will position be as a sort of failure. And what does Chelsea drain home? And then the number 9 position. A typical goal scorer. Chelsea being here. We've talked about the central defense. But Kwakumadrin Yasasa with the availability of Wesley Fofana. Wesley Fofana a fitter.
And no problem. No big.
Seriously speaking, he's one of the best centre backs in the game.
No, but Chalobah is playing well than him.
This season, Chalobah has been consistent. Except for Fana, I feel no free injury.
No, but and again, Omumi no Mjina Park na swa. Chalobah a body be breach.
But when I make us say, for Fana, I feel no free injury. It will be watching Chalobah, Chalobah no wasapa.
Okay, that's why.
Because we're pretty I feel no waba.
Yeah.
But looking at games, Kakana, our bon clearly. What Chelsea or fit no stay consistent in Quadia. We are going to see that kind of centre backer. Obetimi a commanding figure of Chelsea. And the Chelsea positions as a sort of failure.
So you are convinced with the centre back, Biggie, and Lady Bibi Chelsea coach say Chelsea plays well against big teams, and sometimes it deceives all of us. But when they play against teams, let me see, use normal teams, almost struggle.
Yeah.
Into and big games, and the air blind here. I'm a half a crowd. They work say Chelsea do not need a centre back because.
Big games in Adia Bakwa who you say. When Chelsea has to play their way through teams, Chelsea suffer most of the time. Both teams at the Sunderland or Bebo low block. When it's so with you way through Chelsea be bread. But big teams no they born better Chelsea. I say Chelsea press no say plan. No call for long balls, no call for show. Chelsea does it to perfection.
No crepa.
And until them big teams, they easy the match Chelsea because one how the ball never back.
Yeah.
Not Chelsea are general the ball proud. So back to Komona Yedino. With no doubt, Moises Caicedo to me is the best defensive midfielder in the English Premier League this season.
Okay, fine.
Yes. I think I'll be body.
Kambeka's a Rodri, but he's unavailable. No, but only okay. Best defensive midfielder.
Okay.
Well, Onyendu Rodri level, no.
Oh, W.
So like I say, but okay, this season I'm Chaso.
Oh, Onyendu.
Exactly.
But on say Rodri injuries. And
yeah, it's true.
Into this season, a greater part of the Manchester City season on count.
My fear with Moise Caicedo, I say, sorry. There seemed to be a campaign, and I say we videos be briba say refuse cinema when come Moise Caicedo na utwa be briba. I say I'm for drink so we behind the scenes pictures say ba. I say they are drawing the referee's attention to him.
Yeah.
Even in the Arsenal game, say minimum one videos ni be brave. no, Maza. Also attack one or the Bakubiam with
buga party, very buga.
What's inti almost 30 years, Yamani be say, refuse no more winning corner. So my fear is that Sadia, no, it might slow him down because on say 1 yellow card scares you.
Yeah.
You know, me only fear about sad the bonnie Sadia Naki.
Kwaku, no crepa.
Yeah.
But then again, in Penny Force, open boa to a barn man. No super baby will be here.
True.
And you know, say we can't born. Now referees are doing this today with videos, pictures, evidence. Amount for draw the referee's attention to it. What do you have to do? You have to change from that. You are even fortunate to more in the public. Now, what's what you about to say? A person in Uncle for a family home. In Penny Force, me, I may or not, madame, also. Now, so what's a Sunday free home? And for Chelsea, there, Enzo Maresca to be confident enough, such Chelsea will equal replacement.
Yeah.
I will team in there. Mini coach and 100%. I am not even looking at Joshua Champo. I am looking at Obi to say Andre Santos this season. And also from the Club World Cup, air battle. Anytime he gets the opportunity, the player plays well.
Santos?
Yes. Andre Santos, a Chelsea no. And like I said, only Enzo Nti Onya Bimo. A lot of the Premier League clubs he's going to start.
Oh, Nessa, we under 20 or Kwaji best player.
A lot of them.
And of course, track ball, no, ball, and yes, we about Nottingham and Manchester, the 80 million akofano.
And the fact is that or deputize Caicedo any Enzo doesn't mean he's a bad player, but they are only better than him.
We've forgotten about Dario Isugu.
Isugu.
On say wife it. And you on say Isugu no. I'm for fun to say or a young player. Or a young no but Spanish La Liga. On say Isugu no any other dream say. Ebi a Chelsea if you are far kwada be the banner.
They are looking at the
Derby.
But they were very experienced.
About no ball La Liga anymore.
Yeah.
Na Madrid 4 crowd were scouting him to deputize or lynch Chouameni.
Yes.
And the Chelsea 4 year fast, a command parents club, Sporting Lisbon for Nisika. Inti, am I a few or no? So I say,
yes,
you're a fin kura.
Look at the minimum so free in my
about starting training.
So Chelsea has a lot of options.
Yeah.
In Komoya, we shouldn't forget. So Rhys James and so.
Yeah.
This season, Malo Gusto hasn't been bad.
Yeah, also Nancy coach I'm an abo 6.
Yeah. It is a Rhys James components and Malo Gusto about the right back positioner. Chelsea team is sorted. And for Moises Caicedo, there, honestly, looking at the level our rising to, Chelsea is going to miss him, no doubt. But Chelsea still has other players of more quality. But
the concern is that Chelsea are playing against those kind of teams they struggle playing with. It's how low blocks, you know. Leeds, I sure say Chelsea, but you're Bournemouth, Atlanta.
Bournemouth, another stubborn team.
Stubborn, oh, yeah, so easy.
Another stubborn side.
But anyway,
You see, our Chelsea is the option.
Some more.
You have to make do with him. Like without him, it's the only option. So only but yeah. And looking at available players, I'll be to me a slot in there. If you the Chelsea team, no, are you okay in the absence of Moises Caicedo?
Well, baby, I'm okay at Manchester United. Biggie, him say what complaining mu midfield that's some still. One journalist very close to Manchester United, Alex Crook, or say, Pompeian for say, you ready, say summer, say, Sika 100 crown on which year. They said they asked for a quarter 100 buyer afade ama omono. They said the Chelsea at the 100 akotom you know abeshen finfiwa afade ama omono. Almost say they are ready to do that for the number 6.
Into why no more?
We a dia bia amadwen hwa
Okusa and money they are not extraordinary players. They are good players.
Say for the meantime.
That is why they be a mekase. Said the idea now coach and a drum maybe as a company for a channel.
Coach in the crowd not so penny January. And a man you for also a legends and bet Siana catches master. Say January, the Martin said they will listen to offers for him. Manuel Ugarte, Malasia, Joshua Zexi, Nina January. So offers be bad fu say they are good. Of course, they will take it. But Yami Antoma Sama ne dear.
So why is
they
Manchester
are going
United
big.
top hierarchy sitting down for the coach to sell Kobe Manu?
They've done so for Garnacho, young players. And some allow
We keep
coaches
repeating the same mistakes in the past.
Oh.
Carlo Ancelotti in Madrid are man total control.
Hey, Madrid. Okay, total control.
Carlo Ancelotti in and let's imagine
Carlo
so Amorim the Champions League they are.
Teams what now? Carlo Ancelotti and you no castle pay Hurricane. And a papa ne say masa for Hoselu but na next season we confer Mbappe aba.
Edina Brel.
Or the Hoselu arewa sadu Hoselu ko je champions.
Look at Carlo Ancelotti's level.
Upper Hurricane yen finu kra.
His status when it comes to coaching. Because the entire stress on these things and it's like say 100 million no. Omo de kwa for players. And ne edin amete ya makoma to me yam e Federico Valverde.
Only say fine player but premiership beat me out.
100 million Manchester United they cover Federico Valverde. I am 100% in support.
Say mo be ma Crystal
But
Palace
who go to 80? Eddie afa Elliot Anderson. 80.
Elliot
now
say 100 nom some be.
Now Odi afa Adam Watson nom. Now Brighton Eddie Carlos Baleba etike ko 120. Any idea? Me see the difference between Kobe Manu and these players. Hey, playing time.
My worry is that in the World Cup, Elliot and Adam Watson are going to play at the World Cup. Almost teams in the way use World Cup as a leverage. Normally, I don't Jessica Kessie football. They said you will ye or Calvin Phillips.
Yes.
Calvin Phillips, at least for one get careful. I'll be boom with the same thing.
When Kobe Manu was playing for the Three Lions, now Adam Watson went to bench. He was an unused substitute in the Euros.
As a
throughout the tournament too.
Clubs
Kobe Manu started.
Clubs to be crowd. I mean, my point is that you see, teams you know, to say for Pep Guardiola, make me like so only 100%, you know, control City. Ombe 80%.
Onumpo na wabebo bra papa bi.
Ono kro wo.
Menya sure say yet say Man City coach bi abebo more than Pep.
Debi.
But onu nimpo no.
Pep on Pep Savinho. Wa complaining on Pep Savinho. Eye mpanyimfo no. And almost say almost slow Cole Palmer situation because Cole Palmer de no on say the supporters came at the mpanyimfo no mama Cole Palmer call you know.
Yeah.
It no much so Cole Palmer the NBC Pep do not like Savinho. Say you no one. Okwa akopɛ another winger de aba but ono pono unya na 100% sa. Nti so umpo you have to live with it. There are players ni bi ho Eka Pepper and Kombeko.
Yeah.
But in Pejifone be feel so a project, for instance. Now I'm saying I'm a new sporting director by Omafane say, Pep, you will not be staying here forever. Sometimes you also have to listen to us because some of the decisions are club's projects. If we allow you, Pep, not we have to start all over again. Yeah. Pep a give in. Say yes, sir. There are lots of decisions he do not like. Oscar Kobeko load. What I say, but live with it. No more fun. I'm a room dear no sana moya ya this kakese de koma ten hag mamodi munse gumuti up to now we got ten hag sa penasa makokra.
Otobo na ebre no. No say ton papa friti bim. And media how many say kwaku you can't use old methods to get new results.
Yeah.
At the end of the fabe nkuma na enye ya sesa na fa nifa kakra. Na hwe de beba. You've given coaches, we are sorry to say, no one in coaching, total control over the team. Yet the decisions they took affected the club negatively. And it's a sense that be free. And I Scott McTominay last season on the Serie A player of the season. Look at how players are sold this time around.
Well, and then the awards are Bruno Fernandes, Premier League Player of the Week. Bruno. Oh. Hey. Oh.
Player of the Week.
Player of the Week na Mwenya. I don't want pay. Coffee check it out. Me sound so my story basis. Me say me my story basis ya e koso man.
If I Manchester.
Oh, and then I say, we are no ninja who are Chelsea for Chilete come on Monomonjo.
Any ye.
Untimi support Chelsea.
Maybe about it in Biao.
Sir.
Yes, I come that.
Last year, on say Afibia no more Xmas party. And this are institutions be a yebi. Ye crafty ye baby. As I said, because institution be a bit, yes, you be Xmas party. What I say? Into Ubi a bar, Ubi a day. Handbag beba ni twa picture
Okay.
ye di atoso said ye be ya okofo fofora ye be chew wo ba na wo handbag ndi wechi a wo be sign
What we do nua baba.
Debi for girlfriend for bra debi yes so na ye organize a party and ye dem ran dey ato ho obi e ba wo do girlfriend baba mean so obi a wo girl bia de girlfriend baba ye be twa pictures no
Na party lipa na maso e.
e wo so ba
Emre ya
ye be twa video
mo pema bia yo mo.
You make a video and they are two on you say, Okofo before fra. May say the video and they are true bia. Send a binti who so no before man. They was with him. Obia, Miss Obia, Obia, Ade. Obia. What's I say? Into send institutions in BRC. I be a woman who know me.
Nkomani nyane de.
Enye the crown. Nkomani nyode.
Sava abechero.
Umuna wenimo o de ba ko pe ne be ba ha.
Va abechero
Ono so be twa the picture. Tell the umuna wemuno me de aba eyemra. What I say? O two kwan crowd ne be ba. Yenya kwada asa ho. Enti big send institutions bi eye ne de no. Man you muso so nka mo ye mo de last year. Mo amu owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe, Uchemu, say a Sikaseye. Afi or the Abba. Hallelujah. As you say, but sounds so easy, Bronya, dear, last year, move Afi.
Last year, the Omoya and the Sena, almost some fata party.
Oh,
Aquagu. What about Sydney and we the Manchester United? The league table number 4. Manchester United last year. Yachemu 4. 20 teams, Yachemu 4. United last year. Near party amount. Say Braben our boy
nessa staff no so nkomo nye bone. Iti ka place na mu fio ma na nkese moye. Oh, ti bigi say me na menu aduane me maye bone wo.
Oku aka obia. Say bi kura wo so wa ma na aduane ani enti no ntima mo.
Hey, asemo.
Aka obia. Na this season no kura na wo se nkotwen kakra. Na bo mu ye say
Vini informe Madrid say contract extension bia no yenkobo World Cup mrenwie. Contract extension kasa bia that should be after the World Cup. Some day you
and Vini you say e be duru hono na yapamo Alonso ana.
Bit me possible and also all situation no.
Because it looks like as an as abro no munyaye. Seriously. Because now no one will be catching yen.
Yeah.
Say Vinicius Junior catcher Florentino Perez say Alonso better na dia on to me extending the contract me boa.
The correct.
Enti contract extension no mugu so mudi ho nkomo. Am pedi for her so be extended. Madrid supporters say trying to be extended. Now mo do no o makoma ato mo yam. Enne what's how the story for Bray say Vinicius as I catch him periphone say you hold you on the contract extension talks. Na yen kobo World Cup ne mra. Adintia. Because already we din kan say Alonso wo ho a ono de on extended. Not just clearly or trainer has saying nkosi sa amre ne apamo Alonso dia. Asa kwa kusi banana so.
Yeah, some
Banana supporters in the Kobo. Story we ask our see banana so. Alonso we no mpe bibi nkan. Madrid no dia waje Champions League cry pamno.
Na Carlo Ancelotti last season a proud said the injuries see affected team no.
Dia waje Champions League.
No cry no.
Ye pamno. Na wa win match.
Yeah, corner look sure picture no. Marcel Carrington, Charlie Carrington is here. Why I feel? Kofi Menya dia, but he say look sure do 300. They go the loss so watch your team no more. Also do 150.
Okay.
He the Carrington nya bad.
Oh yes, Ronaldo Adorama.
The picture is nice.
But
share background. These are coaching and technical staff. Some also power. How do you a grow kakra we ni su? Omu nyina ye under the technical team.
yeah.
Nipa na gu ekyire ho ni nyina o.
Yeah.
And no class scouts ni ada omu nya mayu.
Yeah, be bring count.
Hey.
Be bring count. Oguse honom de ho ya abrochire wo.
Oh.
Unze de bia me ka se.
Na me pa cho obi ti UK na oba Ghana. So ono so be ka so kwa abroad.
Oh.
Nti Ghana so ya abroad. Nti na Gaza. Nti obi o US.
What is the Brody Bagana refuse the visa?
Esi, you refuse.
What is that?
Aye, Biggie. You refuse. ITTO, Biggie. Obi to US. Brony be to US. Na oba Ghana. Na ni colleague Ishana. I said, oh, I'm going abroad. I'm going to Ghana. And Ghana, I'm going abroad in a Ghana account. You know, nti yeso so ya abroad ni bi.
MOB.
Am I US for? Asam na asam na US what I say? Of course.
Asam person
Oh.
Yeah. Let's go cry abroad. Am I Ghana for?
Of course. Everywhere is abroad.
So not trouble that they are.
You are going abroad.
Okay, so they are Matthias.
Big DH say.
But there Ghana new to America. Now or Africa like I say eh what's it now to come say how Africa say how Abrochi. They heard you the
Oh, I want the
Africa ya Abrochi la.
Abrochi omo de me mfi omo kra. Ah. Kobi yankwai na jawe ne nyame adomu a big mpacho unkofo ni bisa wasem se otu kwan fa hwe ambre omo
nkura na je
sa
nkura na je na mpanyifo se ide
uni hwe de ma omo
nkura na je ne kwam ayo obi a ogia 05
ye ne sa de ne de eso mo hwe no mo je masa afefofo na yisim no de
ne want ba ko no
sa
so December ide masesa
ono
da bia ya kan wo so won tesa enne de wo se December ide masesa
why ne ka sa asem
yo si we
sabi ne ka sa na je se November ni mu de oye ne hu bi
azo onu obi didi na anaze wo didi da obi so obedi na bia se tetere maybe our 2 was my last. Oh, last conto one. To them the last month, you need to better this month there. By any who be papa
now, no food says I've been in a chamber and Miss Sumano. Next, Nibina, or tis Antasa Quanos. Sumano, Papa, because the Chigo brutal.
Case was one penny once.
I'll quit Traffa home.
Penny once, walk of Fako with some sense.
Manga Sanka Sanwa. We a good girl say no akofa abidi atom so na ochiti wo so macho anya good ye edi o no kra na me ka kire no enfre no na munyai ida se obetu no fu mempon so aha oni se mi wi me ba no sinti mempon mapon why obato yim bye bye